because everything is dictated by supply and demand. The more lawyers you have in the market, prices will come down inevitably, because the University of Gambia is playing a very good role in satisfying the manpower needs in the legal sector. So as I said, that will soon be a thing of the past.
Now, we have lost the Chief Justice, Justice Ajim, and now we have an acting Chief Justice in the person of Raymond Sock.
Yes, Justice Raymond Sock.
He's a friend of yours,
Oh,
colleague.
yes, very good friend, colleague, brother, and my former boss. I worked under him as Solicitor General, and he became the Minister of Justice eventually. And also we are together in the Law Reform Commission. I think under the Constitution, it says, I forgot the section, it says that whenever there's a vacancy in the office of Chief Justice, the President may appoint the most senior Supreme Court judge to act.
Shall or may?
May.
May.
So it's a discretion. So it's not bound to, it's discretionary. So and then the cloak has fallen on Justice Raymond Sock to be acting Chief Justice for a period of 6 months.
What can you say about him?
He's a very good, hard-working man, very dedicated. After he finished his stint at the Attorney General's chambers, he was the first Director General of the African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies, which is now headed by Mrs. Anna Foster. And he laid the foundation stone for that institute, which is a Pan-African institute. And he left a good legacy behind, and I'm sure I can speak highly of him in glowing terms.
We'll come back to your profession as a lawyer, but you also you're also a writer.
Yes, I'm a writer.
What have you published? What have you done in that field?
In that domain, yes. First of all, when I was doing my master's degree in environmental law at the University of Wales, Aberystwyth, around 2000, I published my thesis or dissertation on the topic, the legal rights, duties, and obligations of the riparian state of the Gambia under international sub-regional environmental laws and convention. That's one. And also I co-authored another book with the former Chief Justice Ajim and with Justice Salawada, who is also now a Court Appeal Judge, on the criminal procedure in the Gambia experience. And also co-authored another book entitled The Rights of Women in West Africa, Violence Against Women. And right now in the pipeline, I intend to publish one more book entitled The Diversity of Laws. That's in the making. I'm compiling the manuscript right now. So in the fullness of time, that will be accomplished.
You were a table tennis champion.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's your pastime thing, one of your hobbies.
Yes, you're right. When we were growing up in Banjul, there used to be a place called King George V Hall in Allen Street.
And you played with Dan Dow, the likes of Dan Dow.
Dan Dow and Bami Jain, the former ambassador of Gambia to America, to the US, Freddie Blell, my other brother Bola Carroll, and my younger brother Sam Carroll. We all played tennis. Because when we were young, my father used to was a merchant, sell indoor games. So at a very early age at home, I used to give them a good beating. So from there, I found my way to become a champion. We went to Senegal, and I captured the cup there. And the cup is still with me for a lifetime.
This is the interview. My guest is Dr. Henry Darlington Richmond Carroll. Dr. Carroll is my guest today. Doctor, you have a piece of musical instrument here. This is the mouth organ.
Mouth organ, harmonica.
Harmonica.
Yeah.
I used to play some of that, but then as time goes on, I just decided to just abandon it. Yeah. But you have a mouth organ here, and you claim to be a musician. And doesn't mean that you're only a musician of the mouth organ?
No,
harmonica?
I play the harmonica, I play the mouth. You see, the principle is that there is a ABC of music. And once you know that, you can play almost every other instrument. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, la, re, mi, do. Let me demonstrate my musical prowess by playing for you a myopic piece, which is no other but the Gambia's national anthem.
All right, that would be nice. Bravo! That's apart from the national anthem in military terms, they call it the general salute.
Exactly.
The national salute.
Yes, salute. Exactly.
National
Yes,
salute.
salute. Thank you.
Very well. That's always accorded to His Excellency the President whenever he's around, and of course whenever we want to show the unification of the Gambian people, the national anthem is always there.
Yeah.
Great piece of work.
Yes.
I don't know whether you remember who did this one. Might give it to you. It was composed by a guy called J.F. Howe.
Yes.
J.F. Howe and his wife.
His wife, yes. J.F. Howe did the lyrics.
The lyrics, of course.
And then the wife was a musician. Yeah. He applied the musical
based on a song for the Kabadumbuya.
Fuller song.
No, it's a Mandinka Jaliba for the Kabadumbuya.
Yeah, exactly.
As played by the late Jali Nyamasuso.
Yes, exactly.
Jali Nyamasuso used to live in Bakau.
Yes, okay.
Yes, anyway, right, now we'll look at some of your challenges in life.
Yeah.
I think in 2008 you were not feeling very well.
Yes.
And you have to be evacuated to be taken care of medically.
Yes, that's correct.
Could we revisit that traumatic time?
Oh, yes. It was on a Tuesday. I went to the Security Council with the Vice President for an official meeting, as usual. And I sat down for some time, and I couldn't get up. I got a boil on my right hip. So I was taken to Westwood Clinic, and the late Dr. Peters did an operation for me, and then he realized that it was a very serious pus, and then he realized that I was diabetic. And then I had to be evacuated to UK. And thanks to the generosity of the President, so that His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alaji Dr. Yaya Jammeh, who put the medical bills, and I got a letter from the defense headquarters in Banjul, allowing my bodyguard, then Lance Corporal Sajo Demba, to accompany me to UK. I was evacuated, and I came back, and I resumed duty by the grace of God.
Did that have anything to do with avoiding your office? I mean, seeing the nature of your work and how you go about it meticulously?
Well, no. I was on sick leave for 6 months. Yeah, so during that time, I had to be off duty, and my deputy was holding the fort in my absence until I resumed.
Dr. Carroll, what do you like best in life?
I like public speaking, research, writing articles, debating, playing tennis, and of course music. And I like singing as well.
Oh,
in fact, right now in the Anglican, in the Methodist Church, we have a very vibrant bishop in the passing of the most Reverend Anna Caroline Feilheim. So between the Christmas and the New Year season, we're having a series of praise time afternoon sessions. And I've sung 7 solos